I'm Edie Lush, and I'm here with Hub Culture at Transition Forum in Monaco. Really pleased to be joined by Sophie Faujour. Thanks for coming along.
Good afternoon.
The French country representative for EVPA. Now, I want to talk to you about impact investing, and I know that venture philanthropy is part of that. First of all, tell me what venture philanthropy is.
Venture philanthropy is about matching the soul of philanthropists together with the spirit of the investor. And actually, 15 years back, 5 private equity partners decided that given the magnitude of the social challenges in Western Europe, not only in Western Europe, but they were there, there were 4 partners in Europe, they thought that the only way to finance the social innovation that the sector needs and the urgency to scale this finance innovation, they decided to engage investors into 3 core practices. One being passion capital through grant, debt or equity. Second, non-financial support, which is as much as important as financial support. And thirdly, impact, bringing the impact of beneficiaries at the very core of the investment strategy of the investors. And then they would encourage those investors to measure and manage this impact. So basically, yes, the practitioners, maybe that's the question you were about to ask me, who are there?
I want to know who they are, and I want to know how much it's grown over the last years, because it seems like it's been coming for a while, it's always been an idea, but just in the last few years it feels like it's really gotten some wheels.
Exactly. So who are those practitioners? We're talking about 3 profile of organizations, investors. One are family foundations, individual foundations. Second, impact investing funds. And thirdly, the corporates, who are more and more engaged in that field through their foundation or through their accelerator, incubator, and more for a majority of them through their new corporate social responsibility strategy.
And it's interesting because it also, alongside having a CSR, corporate social responsibility, has also come this idea of having purpose alongside profit. So some companies like Unilever, for example, have gotten rid of corporate social responsibility. They've put purpose right at the heart of their company, and that's also changing the way that they impact with their environment, how they bring their impact on the planet into part of their business plan as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's actually a massive move that we are seeing in Europe in the corporate ecosystem, because what we see is that those corporates, they realize they cannot be any longer exclusively an economic player, but also has to take their societal responsibility. And they would tell you that in France there is a very strong momentum with that, actually, what we see is many corporate governance are realizing it's not a matter of shall I do it, but how shall I do it and which timeline. Because what they see is massive internal pressure from consumers, from suppliers, from employees, and at the same time internal pressure as well, external pressure, from government, civil society, public authority, regulators. So it's like the private sector is really realizing they have to accelerate the move towards being a very active social actor in society.
And I think that people are also demanding that, because as trust is declining in governments, it's increasing. Actually, the place where it's really increasing is my own employer, so that people really want their own employer to be taking action. So if I'm interested in this, and if I'm an investor or in a foundation, you've got an event coming up that I could come along to, right?
Exactly. It's going to be our 50th anniversary, and we're going to celebrate that during our annual conference in The Hague in November, 5th to 7th of November, and we will gather all the ecosystem of investors for impact, putting really the beneficiaries at the core of investment strategies. And those any organizations who really want to be part of this financing of social innovation, long-term, bold risk taker, be with us, join us.
Sophie, thank you very much for stopping by Hub Culture here at Transition Forum in Monaco, and I'm Edie.
Thank you very much.